Hi, everybody. Today we're going to go back and talk about GCF a little more. Okay, we had done that, I guess, 2 weeks ago. So the lesson is 7-9, and it's GCF Part 2, we'll say. Okay. Okay, so let me show you the first example. We did one like this. This is what we've done before. 4x squared plus 8x plus 24. So the key to this is GCF. So what GCF is, greatest common factor, is actually the largest number that will divide evenly into each term. Again, it's the largest number that will divide evenly into each term. So your terms are 4x squared, 8x, and 24. We'll start with the smallest number there. 4 goes into 4. Does 4 go into 8? And does 4 go into 24? And the answer is yes to both of those. So we can divide everything by 4. So our first factor is 4. What's left over is going to be our second factor. So we cross out the 4's and we're left with x squared. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So we have positive 2x plus 2x. And 24 divided by 4 is a 6. So we have a plus 6. And that is factoring using a GCF. All right, there's a couple of little glitchy things that happen. So here's the next example. It's 6x to the third minus 6x squared minus 2x. Okay? All right, so, we have x's in every term. See the x's in each term? We can take one x out of all the terms, okay? We can't take two x's out because, look, this guy here at the end doesn't have two x's to take. So we're going definitely to divide by x everywhere. But look at this. We have a 6, 6, and a 2. 2 goes into 6 evenly, right? So we could divide by 2 everywhere also. All right, so we're dividing by 2x. That's your greatest common factor. 2x gets written on the outside of the parentheses. On the inside you get 6x squared. Okay, so you had 3x to the third. You take out x to the first and you're left with x squared. Okay. All right, negative 6 divided by 2 is a negative 3. And the x squared divided by x, well, that brings this x squared down by 1. Okay, you take one of them out. So it would just be 3x. Okay, this is the part you have to be careful of. Okay, just off to the side, I'm going to show you this. 2 divided by 2 equals 1, right? Well, x divided by x also equals 1. So 2x divided by 2x equals 1. You don't just cross them out. You have to put a 1 in the place of something divided by itself. Okay, so what we have left there is a minus 1 then. I'll do another example like that before we go. Okay, so let's see. Let's do another one. Oh, I'm going to give you a binomial. Okay, those two were trinomials. All right, 8x to the fourth. 1 sec. Minus 2x squared. Okay, so we're looking for your GCF. I should be writing this over here. My GCF here is going to be, well, oh, I see x's in both terms. So the x's have to be in all terms in order to take it out. So we can take x squared out. X squared can come out of x to the fourth. So divide by x squared, but we're not done. You have to look at the numbers also. Okay, so you have your smallest coefficient here is a 2. You can divide everything by 2 because 2 goes into 8 also. So your GCF is 2x squared. 2x squared goes on the outside of a set of parentheses. After we divide, what's left is going to go inside the parentheses. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. And x to the fourth divided by x squared is actually x squared. You're taking 4 minus 2, okay? So that's 4x squared that's left over. Minus, okay, now this second one here, it's 2x squared, 2x squared. That's something divided by itself, which is a 1, okay? So that 1 has to come down into the parentheses. And so your answer is 2x squared times 4x squared minus 1. All right, last one. This one also is going to have that 1 at the end. I just want you to really get that part of it. So let's see, 4. This is going to be similar to 2. It's 6x to the third minus 6x squared minus 2. Okay, if I go through this, I do not have an x in every term. If I don't have an x in every term, I can't take any x's out. But I can divide by 2 everywhere, okay? So I'm going to divide everything by 2. So 2 is, that's supposed to say GCF. Your GCF is 2. Okay, here we go. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 6 divided by 2, you know what? I should change the color here. That's going to be a 3. The 6 divided by 2 here is also going to be a 3. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. So what we have left here is 3x to the third minus 3x squared minus 1. I just realized I made a mistake above. So if I go back to 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3. I made that mistake there. Okay. All right. Glad I did that. So it's 3x to the third minus 3x squared minus 1. You just do your division, and that's the answer. All right, I'm going to give you 2 to do on your own. Okay, so work out these problems and see if you can come up with the right answer. And when you're done, hit play and I will put the answers up for you. Okay, so here are your answers. Yeah, I hope you got them right. And if you didn't, hop on to Google Meet tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Okay? All right, so we have a little more to do. The next part of this is easy, really easy. It's easier than what we just did. So let me just get rid of this stuff. Okay, and what we're going to do is, it's called factor out. We're going to factor, my goodness. This time we're really going to factor out a polynomial. Okay. Oops. Go back up there. Okay. So, example 1. Write this down. It's 5x parentheses x minus 2 plus 3x minus 2. All right, so we have 2 terms here. Your 2 terms are 5x times x minus 2 and 3 times x minus 2. That is because there is a plus in between them. Remember, terms are dependent upon pluses and minus between them. Okay, I look at my 5x and I have a 3 over here. Well, we can't do anything but with that, but look at the x minus 2 and x minus 2. That is our GCF. So our GCF is x minus 2. Okay? In parentheses, because it's in parentheses there. So we're going to divide by x minus 2 everywhere, which means an x minus 2 goes on the goes on the outside. I can't really say. That's our greatest common factor. That's what we're bringing down, okay? What's left over after we get rid of all those is 5x and positive 3. Well, guess what? That's your other factor. 5x plus 3. by far the easiest factoring you'll ever do. Okay, number 2. Let's do another one. Okay, number 2 is 7y times y minus 5 minus 3 times y minus 5. Aha. Okay, what is your GCF? Well, what is common in both of the terms? It's not the 7 and the 3. It's the y minus 5, y minus 5. That is our first factor, y minus 5. Our second factor we're going to find by seeing what's left over. Okay, so we divide by y minus 5 on both sides. They all go away then. Now what we're left with is 7y minus 3. I got that from here and here. Here. Okay, let's see. All right, I think you should be able to get that. If you're not sure about what I did, just watch it again because I'm going to give you 4 problems to do. They should take you about, I don't know, 3 minutes because of the writing. Okay, so here are your 4 examples. Like I said, you're just taking out that binomial from each one, so shouldn't be too difficult. Try them out. Hit pause, try them out. When you're done, come back and I'll give you the answers. Okay, so these are your answers. Yeah, I think this was a pretty decent lesson, easy enough. So, have a great day, everybody.